Yeah, and this is the one where your aim is a little bit too much to the right, so I'm not going to look at that one. This is a 6-iron, you said? I would also say this aim is still slightly to the right, not bad. But I do not see your left arm in front of your right arm. Okay, so when guys start to aim a little bit too much to the right with their feet, then their upper body starts aiming too much. Correct. We teach different for draw. We want the body feeling like it's the feet, I should say, and then the chest, the forearms, and the hips feeling closed. And I'm going to show you some guys here in a second, but the easiest picture here, Trav, is I think your feet are still a little bit right, but how many arms do I see there? I only see one arm. All right, so remember that picture. So we would kind of call this a little bit of right aim with the body and the heels, and then open with the upper body. Does that make sense? Okay, backswing with your hips. The only problem that we don't want to have in the top of the backswing is the hips would be where versus the yellow lines. Yeah, and on what side? This side or this side? Yeah, behind the ball. So how's your hips doing in the backswing? Good. Yep. Okay, and then in terms of the head, what would be the only bad spot for the head? At the bad spot. No, the head. The head. At the top of the backswing. You cannot get in front of the golf ball. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. How's your head? Good. So how much problems in the backswing with your body? 0. No problems. Okay. Downswing, where's the weight got to go with the lower body? Left. Forward, yep. Mm-hmm. And your head has to always still continue to stay behind the ball, true or false? Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see how your weight and your head do in the downswing. Where's your hips at now? Outside. Forward? Mm-hmm. Yep. And where's your head at? Back and down. Behind the ball. Yep. Okay, so
You seem like he's jammed up a little bit there.
I think your arms are not quite extended, especially your left arm, which tends to make the entry into the golf ball more toe biased. If this arm is not very straight, that's more toe.
He hit a lot of toe shots.
And then a lot of straightening would be heel. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. But technically at impact, your hands are in front of the red line. True or false? True. Your weight is shifted in front of the ball with your lower body. True. And your head is behind the ball. Really no issues really at all in terms of major issues. Okay. Now arm extension would be a one little piece out of that left arm if someone's constantly hitting it in the toe. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's see what the club's doing. Okay, where's that takeaway? Remember how we talked about that in short game? And then how about that at the top? Probably haven't talked too much about the top, have we? No. Where's the hands got to be for good depth if you're going to draw the ball? Over the toes or over the heels? Heels. So you see the butt of the club right there? Yeah. That's that white piece. Mm-hmm. How's your depth? Good. Close. Close. I would say good if it is over the heel, if you're going to draw the ball. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so not quite as much depth as we like to see, but close. And I think that's a good word. Okay, then let's see where your hands go in the downswing. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so you see your glove there? Yeah. See how it's going right at the ball and right on that yellow line? That's pretty good. Let's take that one out. Now notice where the club is. See how it's underneath that red line? Mm-hmm. So is it attacking from the inside or the outside? Inside. Great. And it's still a little bit under late, not bad. Good for draw. There's your impact. Now watch where your hands go through the ball. We put a line here. Where are they going through the ball? No. Let me show you some guys now. You probably haven't had a lot of this video stuff. Who do you like, by the way? I suggest a draw player. You like Rory? Yeah. You know what draws it. How about Fleetwood? Mm-hmm. Which one do you like better? Fleetwood. Really? Mm-hmm. He hasn't won as much. He's cool though. Most guys won more major tournaments and more money. So let's start with Rory. We'll take a second. I got a lot of clips of Rory. So I would say you're close with your swing. I would definitely not want you to be aiming where though. Right. Yeah, because you got the in to out path. But what I'd like you to watch here is just his hand path going through the ball. Now you see where the pin is. That's very clear to see. Okay, then here's our first picture. How many arms do you see? 2. How about you? 1. Yeah, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So we've got to get the heels just a little bit more left. And then we got to get your body, which is your shoulders and your hips, cocked a little bit more closed. Yeah, to the right, correct. See how he's got that sliver in front right there? Mm-hmm. And you see how I can see his left thigh in front? Yeah. So we know his body as set up is more wear. Right. So that means his heels better be. No, it's not a good match. That make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so let's take him up to the top. How deep does his hands get? See the butt of the club? His is black. Pretty close. Okay, not quite all the way over there, but not bad. Okay, now let's watch where his glove goes. Drops it inside just a little bit. Okay, now watch his hands through the shot. Where'd they go? More around the corner, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Okay, now watch yours. Dropped it inside. You would say this picture is the same, wouldn't you?